Hey, yo, Mad Doggy Dog in the bazilding. What's going on, man? Big fight in the Bay Area, San Francisco. Yeah. I think this fight, yeah, I think it might be, and I might be missing something, but it's definitely the best matchroom fight that's happened in the States this year, right? And I can't really think of any other fights they've done, to be fair. So maybe that's not so much of a massive achievement. But for real, I think big props to both fighters for taking this fight, and I think it's going to be a good one. I really do. Um, I think Devin Haney's the favorite just because I've been saying for a long time, if you've been watching my videos, that Devin Haney's going to be a whole different animal at 140, right? 135 was absolutely crazy for him. Crazy. You look at his frame, yeah? Looked a lot healthier in the press conference, looked a lot healthier in the weigh-in. And I think we might see a whole different Devin Haney at 140. And Regis Prograis, very good fighter, very solid fighter, underrated skills, underrated speed. Everyone knows about his power and he can whack, he can hurt people. But I just think that Devin Haney, with the footwork that he has, the intelligence that he has, the seasoning he has now, he's fought like, I mean, they've been very careful with how they've matched him, fighting guys who are a little bit over the hill, like Linares, Lomachenko, all seen better days. Cambosis was somewhat limited, but they haven't really put him in dangerous situations, but they've given him learning fights, right? And I think now he's going to be fighting, a real dog who's really world level. But the other thing is that I feel like Prograis could have the problem that Haney was having at 135. Like Prograis's been at 140 a long time, and he was complaining about making the weight even when he fought the undisputed fight against Josh Taylor all that time ago. Yeah. And so when you look at it, I mean, Prograis, I think he's very tight, and I just don't think he'll have enough. I think it could go to points. You know, um, you know, we haven't seen Devin Haney seem like that much of a concussive puncher, and so it'd be a bit of a stretch to think that maybe he steps up to 140 and stops the guy there when he's not really stopping guys at 35. But having said that, how much has Haney been drained? I think so. All of those things are variables and intrigue points as we go into the fight. Just one thing I want to say does my head in about Eddie Hearn. You just can't help lying. You just cannot help lying, right? Like, and the thing is, the fight doesn't need it. Like you keep hearing him say, "Oh, you know, like there hasn't been a fight in the Bay Area. We've come to a completely new city and a new area. And there hasn't been a fight here in like 20 years since Floyd Mayweather came here, and we've come here and sold it out and like." And there is an element of truth to that, but like you don't have to lie, bro. Like Andre Ward fought, yeah, in the Bay like 8 years ago, okay, against Paul Smith, who was working with Matchroom at the time, right? You might not necessarily been involved in the fight, like he might have just taken that payday on his own, but you were working with Paul Smith in 2015. This is like 2015 is like prime Matchroom UK days before they came to America, right? Where they were pretty much working with everyone, including the Smith brothers, yeah. And bro, Andre Ward fought Paul Smith at the Oracle, which is where the Golden State Warriors used to play before the Chase Center was built. And so that was only 8 years ago. But you don't have to fucking like, do you know what I mean, stir the pot and just add a load of BS seasoning and say, oh, there hasn't been a fight here in 20 years. Yes, there has. Andre Ward's from the Bay, he fought it. But anyway, still a great fight. And I don't think there's much on the undercard apart from Ebony Bridges, who's fighting a comeback fight, which I think can be excused. But yeah, I just feel like for a fight like this, they should have had something on the card. Do you know what I mean? Just to really get the fans excited. But hey, I thought it was funny that Tank Davis threw out a shot saying, like $57 tickets sounds about right. And listen, maybe that's how they sold so many tickets, right? I mean, selling 15, 16,000 is pretty good going in America, especially for like Haney Prograis, that haven't really like sold out arenas before. I'm pretty sure the Chase Center holds a lot more than 16,000. So when they say that's a sellout, I think that's like a little bit of creativity as well. But, you know, listen, it's probably a good strategy, right? Put the prices in low, get them in. And I think it could be exciting, just especially with everything going on in Saudi to like start building up other US cities because San Francisco or the Bay Area, if you haven't been there, um, one of the most richest cities in America, but also one of the most bifurcated, right? So they have a terrible homeless problem and a terrible poverty problem, but also it's the home of like Silicon Valley and all the tech billionaires and some of the highest average salaries in the country. So, and obviously with the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, and all the rest of it, it's a big sports town. They love their sport. They have, the San Francisco 49ers as well, the NFL team. So, yeah, and a few others, but it's a big sports town, and with a lot of people with a lot of money that want to be entertained. And so I think bringing world championship fights there, it might be interesting, especially, even though it's like North California rather than South California, if they could get the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney fight on, maybe they take that to Southern California with Ryan and his Mexican fan base and all the rest of it. But it's a positive thing, definitely, to get these American cities built up, right? The non-traditional boxing market cities, where people do have money, where people do love sport and would be willing to support their own, as we're seeing from, the success of the gate here. Um, I think other interesting news as well is that it sounds like Showtime are going to have their final card with Juan Manuel Martinez. Um, and obviously PBC are going over to Amazon Prime, which reminds me I need to make a next video about that. So yeah, in summary, I probably have Haney winning, probably on points, but wouldn't be surprised with any result as well. I think it's a really good fight. I think it should be exciting. And yeah, the main things to look out for, how much more refreshed, how much more aggressive, how much more concussive could Haney be at a new weight class? How much is 140 taking it out of Regis? And yeah, are they gonna, is Haney gonna be able to take 140 power as well? Um, and is Regis gonna be able to adapt to the footwork and the ring generalship of probably a better all-round boxer? So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Amazon PBC video coming soon. Peace.